Now, all you guys need to decide is, what does our customer look like? You know, whether you might say, okay, we will have two types of customers. Maybe one customer will be the government. And so if you decide that you want to work with the government, what's the first thing you have to do? You have to do that research, because I saw that I saw your codes, and that's one of the perfect codes, but you have a lot more. Okay. You have a lot more that I could send over to you. And I would want you to do the research, because you may not be sure about who you want your customer to be. But the way you figure that out is you could look at the government, take those codes I'm giving you, do a little bit of research, even with the code that you sent over to me, and say, what kind of activity am I seeing? Because once you get in with the government, it's a great place to be. You know what I mean? And it is one of those, are you Asian? You're Asian,
Yes.
or you're minority, you're woman. They're going to set aside things for women like you if they see you in the industry. If they don't see you, the big guys keep sucking everything up.
Gotcha.
So the big guys they're doing well in freight. There are billions and billions being spent in freight. But guess what they do? They call people like you. And everybody thinks that these large companies like Swift and all of those large trucking companies, that they have a lot of drivers. What they have is, they do have some, but what they have is a lot of subcontractors, really.
Right. Exactly.
Small businesses like yours that are doing all the work for them and making
Exactly.
while they make the dollars and they try to feed you the pennies. So why not go direct? If you've been listening to me, you know that I'm huge. I'm not saying never take subcontracts, because I'm telling you there will be some. But what I'm saying is, and you might even decide, okay, we want to get our feet wet first, with some subcontracts. But what I want small businesses to understand is, the government needs and wants to work with you. They just are not as good. They don't do what I do. They don't know how. They try to, but it doesn't work out that well. They don't know how to train and develop, and they don't know how to teach you to do business with them. So, but they want to connect directly with you. They don't like paying the big guys, because the big guys always overcharge them, believe it or not. So they work for us. And so they want the best deal, but they want you to be successful too. So you have to think about, when you do your research with usaspending.gov, using not just the codes. I'm going to send you some NACE codes and PSC codes. Okay. So we're going to take your NACE codes and your PSC codes. That is the beginning, Angela, of everything, because once you start seeing the descriptions of what's being delivered, you're going to say, okay, this is what they're doing. And it can be in real time. Like, you're going to see, I would tell you to just do it for 2021. If you don't have enough data, you can do it for 2021 and 2020. But in your case, you're going to look at not set asides. You're going to look at full and open. Here's why. Because a lot of the smaller companies don't know how to do this. The ones that are in trucking, they don't know how to do this. So when you're doing your due diligence, your research with USA Spending, you have to know who's getting the awards, right? Because they're the ones where you're going to see what the right codes are. You're going to see, even if you have the right NACE code, you're going to see what PSC codes they're using. And then, most importantly, you're going to know who the buyers are.